Hello, everyone. It's been extra long hiatus. This kind of planning to get back to this all the way back in January. I suppose late March will do. Had to deal with a lot of messing around with audio. Ideally, the audio experience should be much better. Just gotta take a moment to load the save. We can finally begin with Generation 2. We'll focus on Christina, as she was a winner of our very first air poll. Speaking of air polls, there will not be an air poll all at the end of this season, as there will only be one child this season. So there will be simply no need unless we have, like, twins or something. Just a reminder, he rolled couple, so we'll need to get a spouse for Christina before we can fully start to start on Generation 2, and more specifically, the creation of Generation 3. We're going to have a resort owner and a fisher sim, which Christine's probably going to be doing the latter, because I'm not sure if we have the funds to start a resort right out the gate. Also rolled hobby or obsession, thinking Christina's hobby will be alchemy, but then her husband's hobby is going to be dependent on who her husband ends up being. And for the additional fun, we rolled homemade. Which I just simply added a mod to make sure that nobody will just autonomously cook something that we don't have ingredients for. Game is loaded. Doing right where we left off with Shelby's birthday party as she became a teenager. Got all these things just around. One thing's for sure, everything's going to be a bit more manageable as we're about to move Christina out in the morning. Because we had a teenager her age up. The university mascot is here. And I suppose go to new potential husbands will probably be Corey McDuff. Fitzgerald wants to know if Barbara will also like to go on a date. Much as it would be nice for Barbara, she's not really the focus at this point. And we've got too much other stuff going on. Right, let's lock in that. That went to learn the alchemy skill. Now, you gotta wait through the rest of this party. Well, Christine's seen someone she likes. Let's try and figure out who it is. I'm pretty sure we mostly invited teens. So... Let's have her scan the room. Let's see, Alfred Hopcraft. He's got a rating of 96. Interesting that he seemingly took his hair off. And he is uninterested. Partly because he's already in a committed relationship. There's just so much sound between them talking and the radio. Starting to get tired. You can start sending some of the kids to bed. And we're also not gonna... Which I guess this will basically become like a guest bedroom. Since all of these Sims can easily shift his bedrooms around now once Christina leaves. We just won't be here to see it, unless we come visit. Our Katrina's just now heading home. Apparently someone's being rude. Oh, team. No, Erica's being rude for some reason. Hold on. Wait, didn't Quentin have another alien and child that we just sent back to the homeworld? Well, because we didn't have room for a sixth child in this generation. I think that must be what happened, and to cause Quentin to have the "It's a Boy" moodlet. Let's send the last of the kids that is up to bed. Even though Emery technically doesn't need to sleep anymore ever since he became a teenager. Oh yeah, I think my store content is uninstalled again because as I had that glitch that sometimes happens that makes it so the game doesn't load all the way, and I have to regenerate my entire Air Sims 3 folder. I think that was why I lost track of all of my custom songs things for a little while. I mean, we're about to fully switch over to a sim that doesn't use any store content anyway, so all seems Love that Joey, he stayed just long enough to clog the toilet. A lot of people still just hanging around, down the yard. I don't think almost $9,000 is enough to start a resort, especially not since we also need to purchase as a home with some of those funds. And apparently I've left this whole room just completely here without wallpaper this entire time. You can wake up a little bit early. Real estate and travel services move within this neighborhood. Right, as one might expect, there's no available houses at that price point. Yeah, all the pre-built homes in town are a tad too expensive. One thing I was considering is maybe he'd go for like a houseboat. Because I mean, this town does have a beach and a lake. And the lake's frozen right now, so now we probably wouldn't want to put it there. We also have a handful of just empty lots scattered around town. I have no idea if this sound works well with houseboats or not. Let's save real quick and head into Edit Town and just make a port real quick and see how things go from there. Depending on how expensive the port ends up being, I think it might be worthwhile to just go with one of the empty lots anyway. It looks like we're building something from scratch. And so we'll need decent funds for that. Gonna just pull up on my phone and some details on pull up some details on how to build a port in other towns. Okay, so it looks like we probably have a small to medium barge. As a small barge is free, and a medium barge is $3,000. If we think we can build a decent living space, with only $3,000, then we could. I'd also go over the large barge, or even a narrow one. Let's see if link to, and of course the link from Carl's Sims guide to an official tutorial is dead. Because I mean, it is a post that's close to a decade old at this point. I think I'm just gonna have to wing it, because everything I'm finding is just dead links. Things from close to a decade ago. Just trying to find a suitable spot. itself probably doesn't have to be that massive. So, something like this should work. If I can get the lot to actually place. It has to be the community porch. So this will be the first time I play with a houseboat since Island Paradise these came out roughly. And from what little I did find, to build from the ocean over to land. That's not what I intended at all. Just trying to make sure that there's no routing issues. I think it said something about a foundation. And that you then place stairs onto. This is already proving more difficult than I expected. Oh, there we go. You've got something. Looking like it might be under the by debug menu. There's a helm, but I believe that's supposed to go on the boat. And now I'm having difficulty placing the gangplank down. I think we need a bigger lot. Gonna go with the biggest lot size available. Yeah, because if there's not enough room on a 64 by 64, this just isn't happening. Right, designated as a porch. Build a nice long dock. Which actually I think could probably do pretty well with something along these lines. Yeah, go ahead and see about placing the gangplank down. Ha, there we go. Gangplank has been placed. Make some room for the stairs. Technically, those are stairs, so they might work. Or we'll have to see if the game will actually accept them as functional stairs. Also want to soften the terrain a bit around them. And just to make sure that nobody gets caught on any jagged terrain. And wouldn't want a routing error because the sand is somehow misshapen. Now we can decorate the pier a little bit. Now add some just... and some nice fencing to act as a railing of sorts. And there we go. It's at least ready for testing. It's gonna save the game and return to our household. Sure is taking its sweet time. There we go, Sif on cue. Real estate and travel services move within this neighborhood. Make active household, empty port. Seems to be working. Let's go with a small barge. So that we can maximize the funds that we have to build stuff on it. Yes, this will be our new household. Seems that there's a... seems there's a little bit of a... that's an object spawned by many Sims interacting with each other or when doing certain actions. But you know, it's in the house we're about to leave behind, so I'm gonna just go ahead and disable all of that. Right, now it's time for the true test. Will she be able to get onto the boat? Tiny little stairs work. And the gangplank works. Apparently Quentin is immediately... like, we leave Quentin to his own devices and he's immediately being hassled by the police. He's outside of a grocery store. Yeah, admittedly, this is not a lot of space. We'll probably need to do multiple floors. Or especially once there's a baby that we need to accommodate for. At least things are functioning. We can probably move this towards the front. Trash can just go into a corner. Now the question is, what kind of houseboat are we building? Now, let me just pull up. I have a web browser. Fortunately, one nice thing with this new microphone that I notice immediately is that it doesn't disconnect when I do simple tasks like opening a web browser. So no longer do I have to worry about having to disable and re-enable my microphone midstream because I dared to look something up on the internet on my computer. Yeah, just gonna do kind of like I did with the laundromat build. Look up some just nice reference photos. So I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I've got some houseboats pulled up, and there are some wild designs. Actually, give me a minute to make one quick change to make sure that nothing personally identifying is visible on my web browser, and we can browse most of the houseboats together. Because unfortunately, recently my cookies seem to just expire en masse. I gotta log back into my contact email real quick. I can be sure that if I accidentally mouse over on the little Google whole thing in the corner, it won't be anything that shows my actual person name. There we go. Let's get switched over to that scene.
Interactive appetite, searching for a website, a window to the world, got to get online. Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
Alright, just simply he googled cool houseboats. Let's get some music going. And this one's certainly interesting. Which, I mean, honestly, theming would be on point to be to be an angler living in basically the houseboat equivalent of the Bass Pro fishing shop in Memphis. Just straight up a pyramid. There's also this thing, which looks to have sort of a Nordic inspiration, perhaps. But unfortunately, we're on a barge, so you gotta look at designs that are closer to something like this in terms of shape. Something like this could be nice. It's pretty rustic looking. This one's got like a rooftop garden. Here's one that's shaped like a rock. I don't think we could really accomplish that with what the Sims 3 is capable of. I think think when I was initially thinking about going for a houseboat, I was like fairy tale houseboats. It's my here's one. This whimsical houseboat in Seattle is straight out of a fairy tale. It's got an interesting shape to it. Because some of the corners are visibly at an angle. Yeah, I think this is a good vibe at least. Oh, floating on Seattle's East Lake, this beautiful Hobbit houseboat, which is on the market for $850,000, was designed with more storybook features and you can shake a magic wand at, like a wood-paneled exterior and a shingled roof, complete with a turret. On the interior, playful geometric archways, secret nooks, and stained glass windows add plenty of whimsy to the living area, and even the pickiest of princesses will love bathing in the wooden bathtub carved from a 200-year-old cedar log. I think this is at least the right kind of vibe. As much as it is a little geometrically complex, except for The Sims 3 and Kate in some places. Alright, we can get switched back over. Alright, there we go. Switch back over to the video game. Let me just pop a couple of these bad boys on. He's on the scene. Just as a reference. Gonna be a little bit smaller because we're working with literally the smallest houseboat size available. But because we're working with the smallest houseboat size, we have literally all the funds. And so we had from the family to work with. This thing is gonna be tiny. Okay, get Christina out of the way so we can... the last one of these walls in. You know, maybe we should put the steering in the turret. Let's go ahead and lay the groundwork. Okay, good. I do have spiral staircases to work with. Fortunately, since this is a houseboat, kind of assume that you're working with an all-in-one bathroom. So... don't have to worry about putting that on the floor plan. You know, honestly, I don't think we have enough space to actually make a functional turret. I think this is just gonna be the living / steering area. And upstairs we'll have sort of everything else. Might be worth considering putting a Murphy bed in here. Here just to free up some space. Alright, let's find some nice weathered looking wood. To serve as flooring. Honestly, might end up downloading some custom flooring. Oh, that's close enough, I would say. And we need room for a child somewhere in here. think we might be adding on a third floor just for the child. That also kind of completely ruins the vibe. That's got enough room for like a single bed. The kid's just gonna live in the turret. We'll be incredibly grateful every time father takes them to go help manage the resort. We've got gable roof, and then another gable roof. You know, from the looks of the picture. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. I think actually it's more like tall gable roof down here. Yeah, that is as close as we're gonna get. Right, gray scalloped roof. I redo that one because this is a little too short. Actually, distressed shingle roof is more like it. And add a conical roof on the turret. I mean, honestly, at least shape-wise, it fits. Like, it certainly fits. It's Moonlight Falls. Well, that's for sure. You know, got a little bit of a Victorian vibe now. Because now... Where am I gonna put the kitchen? First of all, Christina needs to move out of my way again. Oh, cool. We can't afford the all-in-one bathroom. I may have gone a little bit overboard. Or the architecture. Because now... Now we're down to less than $3,000 and it takes... Costs 500 to get the all-in-one bathroom. I think we're gonna have to go with basically just the cheapest amenities available. All for actually furnishing this place. You know what? Actually, just... Honestly, that's gonna make this room either cramped or cozy. Because at least now, there's not, 3 stories of space. These vertically. Seems lagging ever so slightly, so I'm gonna pop back into live mode. Oh, do a real quick save just to make sure that if the game ends up crashing, everything is still saved. I would hate to have all of this effort go to waste. Basic chill good fridge. And just simmer char or dual state stove. Just like a countertop off to the side here. This is the worst kitchen I have ever designed. But it'll do. At least this is potentially a short generation. Which since Christina is the eldest child, of her generation, there's no guarantee that it's entirely possible that this generation could last for another 14 episodes. So unless we move partway through the season, and we're gonna be stuck with this thing for 14 episodes. If not more, because a lot of it comes down to how long does it take Christina to find a husband? Alright, got a fire alarm installed. Oh, they got a very basic sofa. And have to put some windows in. That's interesting. I don't think we have the money for any wallpaper. So guess this is just our house for now. I guess I already had Christina quit her job. Alright, Christina, you better start fishing. Interesting that her outerwear ended up giving her less coverage than in her everyday wear. Okay, so nothing that Christina knows how to cook uses fish. Suppose if it's able to count fish as meat, then she could eat brain freeze a la mode once she catches something. And their bladder is too full now because... Oh wait, I guess since she lives right next to the beach, she doesn't even really need to have a toilet in her houseboat unless she leaves support. You know, let's kind of review the rules on the whole homemade thing. Okay, so the rules are a little cut off. Her Sims must only eat cooked dishes, no quick meals, and they may only cook a dish if they have the required ingredients in the refrigerator. In addition, they must harvest all produce and fish all fish on their own. Allowed to harvest from community lots. They may purchase meat, eggs, etc., and milk, rice, etc. if you're using a better ingredients mod out from the store. Eat food cooked with a toy oven, but may not eat birthday, wedding, and cake or raw ingredients. Sims and does so autonomously. You don't lose, but cancel the action as best as you can. Cakes baked with the indulgent bakery stores that are okay. This restriction does not apply in A World Adventures Tomb, Egypt, France, China, since prepared meals will rot in your Sim's inventory. To guess, we need to hit up the local grocery store. And she has immediately broken one of the public toilets. Yeah, unfortunately, she's not gonna get to join the music career. Let's get a feel for what the options are. Looks like we're just buying a bunch of eggs. Or at least we're buying a few eggs so that she can make some waffles. Katrina got herself a new job. Finally got fed up. Working at the graveyard. But now that she's no longer required to work at the graveyard, she can do whatever she wants. Probably turn off those pictures of houseboats. But houseboats are much nicer than the one I ended up building. Katrina's calling. Now's not the time. Alright, let's add, like, 5 of each item that isn't fish or produce. Which is only like 3 that I... Oh, there's patties. Alright, it costs us like half of our money, but... at least... we have a means to make food. There's nobody of interest here. Season 2 is off to a real great start. She can't even bathe until we've got enough money for her to get a shower. I guess I can look and see how much a shower would cost. Nope. Maybe if we hadn't bought all of that food, then we could afford a shower, but food is kind of a higher priority. Sims can live being stinky. Unless it's in The Sims 2 and they've got too much... they've got too many other dirty things around them. But spend too long without food, and this will be a very short season. I just pop the rest of that in the fridge. Make sure that it doesn't spoil too fast. And time to start fishing again. Be prepared for a lot of this season. At least once she gets some more cooking skill, she'll start being able to just subsist off of her fish. Probably pop all of these groceries in the fridge real quick. They're not just sitting there in the inventory. And we also don't have a sink. Okay, good. We've got something that can be prepared for dinner. You know, despite everything, Christina seems to be at peace for once. Just staying on the edge of her terrible houseboat fishing. And at least at least it means that alchemy is a hobby that can be done on a community lot that's already in town. Yeah, it just takes a little while for it to warm back up. Apparently Emery, he started dating a ghost. Alright, time for Christina to sleep her first night in her janky little houseboat. But to think, if I had gone with a bigger or boat base, then we would not have been able to build as much. So the cramped size is pretty much a necessity if we wanted to actually, I guess maybe if we had built something bigger, maybe we could have had more rooms per floor. Put those there. At least one egg is enough to make an entire group serving of waffles, so she's got breakfast for close to a week. Make off of just one egg. Time for more fishing. Hey, it's Katrina Wilkes. Something seems off about my dog. You don't even have a dog because I don't even have the expansion enabled. Right, back to fishing. She's finally actually gained the fishing skill. Her still has not actually caught anything. There's also a grill that we could use. And we've got an opportunity to sell some fish. And just get some fish. Just fish until you catch 5 fish. They can easily stop at 3. Maybe since that will be enough to fulfill the opportunity and get some more simoleons. Alright, that's one fish. And level 2 of the fishing skill. Got, got a couple anchovies worth 5 simoleons each, so if we get more than 10 simoleons from this deal, then we'll have made a better profit. However, I think Christina needs to take a little bit of a break from fishing, and just to warm up. Yeah, you're nowhere near owning a venue right now. Yeah, that's for later once we have the funds that to start the resort. Let me check how often. And we need to do the hobby stuff. 5 some hours a week. Okay. Maybe when we head into town to deliver these fish, we can also stop by the alchemy shop and do some alchemy for a few hours. Now, guess we're putting the sink there. Now we have a means of washing dishes. And with enough effort, we can also maybe do something about the hygiene situation. I think it's small. It's small enough of a change that it doesn't really do anything. Going for night number 2. Cool, Katrina's party that she didn't invite us to. It was a modest success. Oh, Erica's reached elder status. Isn't retired. Alright, we just need one more fish. They can go complete this opportunity. Bills have arrived. Well, at least there are only 22 simoleons. Twenty-two simoleons can also be kind of a lot when you have no income coming in. Just gotta catch one more fish. There we go. Now we can deliver the fish. And we'll have made a nice profit if we get more than 15 simoleons for this. I think we got more than 15. Here, let's not streak. Although I'm sure that would grab the attention of any potential husbands. Hands around. Old Jameson Ivy got a score of 69. And for attraction. Fortunately, I think he's gone inside. Alright, so let's send Christina home so that she can eat more waffles. And then she'll go back out, out on the town to pay a visit to the Spring Festival and the Elixir Shop. If she's got time. Eat leftover waffles. And visit the Erie Spring Festival. Scan room. There's nobody of any interest. At least not right now. I think we should probably prioritize going to the alchemy shop since we have to get 5 hours of alchemy in each week. That's starting out at 3 and quarter to 4. So she'll reach the 5-hour mark at quarter to 9. Alright, skill gained. Let's make a vial of bliss. And so she wants to make an elixir. This will also pass some time. And she's managed to turn herself into a frog. The very first time she's make an elixir. Well, at least she can't do that again. Oh, not a frog, a toad. Yeah, no, you're not during the alchemist career. She's just gonna be stuck like this until she can get a special kiss or a sunlight charm. So I guess we're gonna have Toad Christina for a while. Which I guess it gives new urgency to finding a husband. And since sure, a good qualification for for or somebody worth marrying is certainly he being able to reverse toadification curse with a kiss. At least we've got some nice tunes going. Hang in here. And Alfred decided to dance with her. For like 5 seconds. How about you scan the room? Alfred Hofcraft is the only person in the entire room she's interested in, and he's not interested, as we learned before. Guess it's time for Christine to make her way home. I think Zachary Wynn just aged up. I want to say that's an age up to a young adult. Because I think he's a little bit younger than Christina. No, don't nap. Nap, sleep. Oh, and it's just Katrina. I like that she's just sleeping with her eyes wide open because by the game's mechanics, the makes a toad head is just a hack. So it has no distinct animation. That's where the eyes is closing. Eileen is paired up with Bradley Stein. And as is becoming the routine, he needs to go pee. Well, this is interesting. I believe this is caused by the randomizer. Now, also, I think because I don't really have much use for having a bunch of rocks and gems that it's just clogging up my inventory. And it just feels a little too cheap to sell them. Since they're not spawned under the game's normal circumstances. Going to eat more of the same plate of waffles. Because it hasn't gone bad yet, so Oh, it should be fine. Oh, now it's gone bad. At the very least, it's about to go bad. Right now, Christina is lonely. We've got two options for dealing with that. Now, we can either go out and actually interact with other Sims, or we can and have her drink this vial of bliss. Let's pay another visit to the Spring Festival, and if we can't find somebody interesting there, then we go for the vial of bliss and just go back to fishing. Pendant's calling. Which I suppose that would have been an option dealing with the loneliness. Yes, but it's too late now. It's the exact same selection of people. I think it might just be that maybe we didn't stick around long enough. It seems other than and the various stall attendants to spawn in. Let's just stay here for a little while. And let's see if anyone actually comes to visit. One thing we could do is pay a visit to the library and use one of these computers to set up an online dating profile. Brendan really wants the Tsar's attention. Yeah, just use an old photo. Let the whole toad thing be a surprise. Hmm. Yeah, Corey nor Zachary are on the online dating service. You have no messages. And the computer broke. She just thirsted it so hard that she broke the library computer, I guess. Guess you might as well I'll just head home. Since the library just seems to be filled with old men right now. One of which is her father. Guess we'll just resort to the Vial of Bliss unless somebody interesting out on the beach right now, which there's absolutely no one. So can't really blame them since it is raining. Alright, time to get some more fishing in. And tomorrow maybe you can stop by the library again and see if we got any messages. Right, fishing skill level 3.
Ha Boney, hey!
Ooh, we're getting more valuable anchovies. This one was worth 8 simoleons rather than the usual 5.
Haha, Zanja!
Oh, now I've got a 9 simoleon and jellyfish. Just wait for the game to save. I kind of want to get a nice screenshot to use as a thumbnail later.
Oh, whoa! Haha, dude, I just...
Another 8 simoleon anchovy. Steadily working towards being able to afford to like wallpaper and maybe a toilet.
Oh, flirty guards!
Although as long as we don't leave the port, or the toilet isn't a super urgent need since we've got not all these toilets over here. About time to head in for the night. Once again, sleeping through the night with her toad eyes wide open. Right now, it's again the same daily routine as usual. Head to the park's public restroom, use the toilet there. There, and then have some waffles. Hopefully don't start a fire. She's on to prepare grilled cheese and goopy carbonara. So she's got some new food options as long as there's something that can be made with either eggs, links, patties, cheese, these or fish. She's gotta wash the dish and then she can deal with the sink when she gets home.
Nargardle. Gadar.
I guess this misfit family was generated by the game. Because I don't remember them being a thing before. Tempted to check for her messages on the online dating app. I got a message from Hiram and Samuel. Let's scan room real quick. Nope, absolutely no one of interest. That's pretty much nobody knew out on the park. You know, for variety's sake, let's pay a visit to this fishing hole. Oh, there's a tomato plant here, so maybe later we can harvest some tomatoes. Something has clogged up the plumbing in City Hall, and every local plumber is stumped. Something fishy is afoot, and you've been asked to come in to see what you can and reel out of the pipes. Get to City Hall quickly before the situation worsens, and you'll be paid well. Oh, that's certainly a good opportunity to make some simoleons. Yeah, just gotta wait. Alright, that was a pretty successful little trip to City Hall. Oh, we're here, let's scan room. Once again, absolutely no one of interest. Let's just go back to what we're doing at the fishing hole. Oh, and she's just fainted as a delayed reaction to seeing a werewolf transform. Even though she's seen a werewolf transform before, like clearly, well, only one of her younger siblings is a werewolf. Another 5 simoleons from an anchovy. I feel like that was the fish that we got for the opportunity. I got a 7 simoleon minnow. I'd say it's about time to head on back to the boat. Right now, time to finally deal with the sink. I think after a long day of ignoring it.
Oh. Bazoonie.
Oh, now her mood is too low, so can't even try to do anything about the sink. So let's just replace it, and I guess. I guess it probably would have been easier just to get a repair technician in. Alright, she's hungry, so it's time for some leftover waffles. And then time for bed. Oh, Barbara has decided to follow in her father's footsteps.
Tizaka? Nebel Poopsanor. Nabu Blordsock Farkle News. Azisnox.
Alright, fast forwarding through another night. And Love Day is here, but Christina has no one to spend it with. And she's feeling out of sorts. On top of that. Alright, the Spring Festival's not open yet, so let's just get some fishing in. I got an 8 simoleon anchovy. Level 4 fishing. Another 8 simoleons. No, you're not joining the science career. Got to pay the 20 simoleon bill. Somehow the bills are less now. Maybe they're taking a little bit of pity on a poor toad. Eating more leftover waffles. Now let's pay another visit to the festival. And maybe now that it's a holiday, maybe there will be more people around. Granted, it's also raining. But it's pretty much been raining all spring. Not sure how face painting would even work. It's like it applies to the regular sim face, which is currently hidden under a toad face. The alchemy shop seemed pretty popular. Actually, let's thingly pay a visit to the toadstool. See if there's anyone there. There are a few people there. Nobody of particular interest. Yes, I don't think. Yeah. I think there's another just hangout spot around town. Yeah, we can see if anyone's at Varg's Tavern. Or maybe we'll have better luck over there. Doesn't look like it. Hard is it to just find one interesting man in this town. Now let's see if anyone's swimming. And there's absolutely no one here, but there are showers. So at least there's an opportunity for Christina to finally be clean. I have to remember that there's a tomato plant here. Or that we might be able to harvest some stuff from later. Well, the elixir shop was pretty popular last time we were there, so oh, maybe it will be again.
Gunadakak, Dipsy Norpol, Wagubadad, Tizakira Poza.
Yes, well, Benzi Chef Lobu, Gozemni Club,
Like Buriba, Wam Boo.
Ugla Gwitchni, Cell Club,
Atiba.
Finally, Finally, she's found somebody that she's interested in. She at least wants to know Christopher or Chisholm's sign. I've not even seen Cormac Duff around anywhere, so let's just swap out that. At lunch. Find out this dude's sign.
Too far up? Never?
Bobby knew.
Have you told her?
Wanda.
No.
Well, apparently he's a fellow Capricorn.
Probably hurt.
Hi.
I mean, apparently he's got a rating of 0. Now, in terms of attraction, I guess maybe she was just curious about how to sign for no reason. Well, it's getting to be about 9, so she might as well head home. I just about have to throw in some eligible bachelors myself. And just go and create some, make some dudes and plop them in a house somewhere around town. Have to wait through yet another night. I've still got 45 minutes of stream left, so still got some time. for Christina to find herself a man. Right, get up, eat leftover waffles. And Katrina's calling. But she's seemingly like sticking her phone partway through her toad face.
Tafila? Vuvat? Was nerga de dargags? Nabu. Dronga. Tiwi vuba? Dribado.
Finally, it's not raining. There might actually be more people out and about today. Maybe there'll even be some people on the beach. Well, it's a perfectly fine day for it. It's 71 degrees and sunny. I got another anchovy. Head over to the public restroom again. Oh, there's someone here. It's Bimble Crumplebottom. Interesting that Bimble didn't even show up on the list. Yes, perhaps he's too young. No, don't know why he didn't show up on the list. That's because he is a young adult. Alright, so park still as empty as it's usually been. Yep. Oh, here's a spot that we didn't check. We didn't visit the Red Velvet Lounge. Maybe we'll do that at 2 once it opens. And this area over here is also completely desolate. Justin Van Gold is just randomly here at the Doom Sweeper test track. And let's pay another visit to Varg's Tavern. See if anyone's there. Gotta save real quick because for a moment there it looked like it might have frozen. Well, I think it was just simply that I wasn't properly registering my clicks. And of course there's exactly 2 people here. Hmm. Seems music is glitched out.
Creek plot.
Oh, there we go. I've got music down here. I guess it only plays in one location at a time.
Ah, boony. Washka, washka. Nugget, slab, nugget. Jiggle, jiggle. Get me wet.
Alright, the lounge should be opening soon.
Liviupta. Riak. Shimon, I kinda guess
And just gotta. Alright, the lounge is open. So I can go scope things out over there. Well, so far it doesn't look any more promising than anywhere else we've been. And again, I think part of it is just simply that once your sim arrives, it'll start populating in the location a bit more. So it might just be that we needed to think we're seeing it, over here. Yep, see? Now you've got people showing up. Apparently Christina tried to had to become more attractive. Which, you would think that might have fixed the whole Toad situation, but I guess it just made her a better looking Toad. Let's pay a visit to the Toadstool. See if we find anyone of interest there. I mean, maybe Zachary will be there. Oh, scan room. Absolutely no one of interest. Now let's stop by the library and check in on our online dating profile. I think I saw Stanley or David hit on here before. He was athletic, a coward, dislikes children, friendly, and vegetarian. Stanley's a genius, good, a loser, never nude, and a slump. So he's got some chemistry. Hey, because chemistry in this game is based primarily on traits. You can send him a message. He's also right here.
Nibleb. Barely got.
Alright, finally. Somebody. Alright, let's find out if he's single. And he's single. Finally, something that might work. But he's a fellow young adult. He's a fairy. Yeah. But he rejects the flirt. Oh, let's try being friendly. Could also just be that he's hungry. At least we finally found someone. Let's just socialize friendly for a bit. Yeah, maybe if we become friends, then we can try inviting him out on a date or something later.
Lempor Udabi. Lorn Okla Imstabloots.
Tip tip. Zombo Chebadu. Zo. Well Navobi. Nidagor. Sweet. Duibo Rotana. Free. Kabolatan. Zal.
We've probably got time. Alright, it's 10 and Christina's getting sleepy, so she should probably head home. And then maybe in the morning she can call up Stanley. Right, eat leftover waffles and then go to sleep. No, not nap. Sleep. I just gotta wait a few more minutes. It's just Katrina calling. And, Christine might as well keep in touch with her aunt.
Sanja, Nistat, Tifu, well, Cheetor Wag, you got her.
Alright, let's. Oh, apparently he is available to talk at this time. I'm on Saturdays.
There's a dog. Chibodu, Choba, you
Again, real quick save to make sure that nothing can happen to make me lose this bit of progress. Let's do some fishing for a few hours, and then maybe we head out onto the beach and call up Stanley, see if he wants to come visit. Ooh. Roman Nix wants to know if Christina Wilkes would like to go out on a date. Sure, let's. I'm not entirely sure who Roman Nix is, but second option would be nice. And he's just in case something happens. Oh, well, they're certainly quite a pair. There, that's for sure. And I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. And man, this Romanicks have an interesting style. Like we've got the awful mustache, we've got the lip ring, we've got the open shirt exposing his chest hair. She's apparently 3 days away from, apparently 10 days older than Christina. She is only 3 days away from aging up to an adult. But apparently there is chemistry.
Suit Ibwawa Fadugok.
Neat. Rocks. Sydney Heen. Ooh, piece of meat.
Rai Fernaka. Fuguro.
Yeah, how about
Adama. Grobel Duvet.
how would Christina consider his attractiveness? So that we can get a feel for which of these dudes is a better match.
Nippa Blue. Soppin' Ray.
Nanaba.
He's a 6 out of 10. We'll have to see what score Stanley gets later. Beyond, he needs to go into the makeover void. If he's potentially going to be dating Christina, he needs to not look like absolute garbage. First things first, get rid of the beard, get rid of the mustache. Or really, he could. He kind of rock this stubble. But you know, it's facial hair that's not completely awful. Well, that's kind of the big thing. I mean, that actually is kind of... Go for someone that's a little less thick in the mustache area. So it looks less like he just gained stubble and didn't get rid of the mustache. Let's give him a shirt that's not... You know, just kind of open. See, like, once he's got good grooming and hanging style, he's not terrible. Like, it's entirely just the fault of the random clothes that the game put him in. And that he looked awful. But now that he's wearing actually decent clothes, he looks decent. First, you know, whether he invited her out on a date knowing she's a toad or not, who knows? Oh! Really? What, did you get Christina confused with her girlfriend? who's also named Chrissy. I regret giving you that trip to the makeover void. You don't deserve it, you filthy cheater. Yeah, you better leave. Date's already over. So I guess Stanley's back to not having any competition. I'm just gonna invite Stanley into the beach. Sure, sounds like fun. Let's meet there. No, now's not the time for you to run home. You're supposed to be waiting on Stanley, who thus far has not made an appearance. Oh, now of course he shows up right as I was about to call him again.
Quem chembligo? Orchti. Esti guga, vale do nada, savoloman, esti porto. Ort, Dijoman,
Let's see if ain't he's cool with a flirt. Looks like it's just Christina and Stanley now. Hopefully they have a great date.
Tudo gabliher? It Baluchi Bagan, Borjawala, Zedri Bagan. Wado, Chi, Esti Balawa.
She learned that he's good. And a genius. Oh cool, another opportunity to sell 3 fish. Let's try and get the mood up to extremely irresistible so that we can maybe get a toad kiss. And then we can break the curse. Curse at last. Very alluring. Let's try a flirtatious joke. Yeah, keep up the flirting. Alright, extremely irresistible. So let's try for the toad kiss. Yeah, surely he wants to see how she actually looks. Unless he's just really into toads. Wait, hold on, nothing happened. Like, literally nothing happened. Like, it didn't break the curse, but which it seemed like it was gonna apply the curse to him, but nothing seems to have happened. We're just back to square one now.
Does, if the pork lemdigo?
Maybe it's because he's in career outfit. No? Seems the curtain hers just didn't lift for some reason. I guess we'll have to try again next time, as is 3:05 in the morning, so I'm gonna call it all here for tonight. So thank you to everyone who stopped by. Next Sims 3 stream is planned for next Monday. May the 27th. And next stream in general is planned and for Wednesday with Crusader Kings 3. Well, honestly, like, I feel like I've kind of gotten a little bored now with at least my current campaign of CK3, so you might actually end up trying something new fairly soon. And then playing that in the Wednesday slot instead. Now just gotta save the game one last time, and then find somebody to raid. I got a few people all doing some Sims 3. Naturally, Sims 4 is even more popular. Now let's give this stream a raid. So once again, thank you to everyone who stopped by. The next Sims 3 stream is planned for the 27th, and next stream in general is planned for the 22nd with Crusader Kings 3, or possibly something else depending on how much interest I still have in continuing my campaign. Because it's gotten to that kind of boring place of everything's just a bit too peaceful.